What is going on, fellow Wastelanders? Welcome to the channel. Shock Radio here, and today I just want to clarify some things that I've been talking about in regards to the test server. In particular, something that I've actually gotten very wrong. I should have spent more time testing thoroughly this changed mechanic that I'm going to talk about, and I just want to show how big of a nerf it actually is. Now, the change is going to be the added penetration ability for all of these weapons here. Now, originally my understanding was adding penetration ability means that the weapons did not have any penetration ability before, therefore the projectile would just explode on first contact, wasting a lot of damage. Now, there's been a few comments that have corrected me saying no, that's not true, Shock. Technically, all the weapons that didn't have any penetration ability before, like all these machine guns and shotguns, they had 100% penetration ability, meaning the bullet would pierce through that first projectile, and if it wasn't enough durability to destroy the projectile, it would go through the next part and destroy the next part. So if that is the case and these are actually losing penetration, this is actually an even bigger nerf than anticipated. Now, they're getting a range increase, they're getting spread reduction, a lot of these machine guns and things, but the penetration ability is in fact a pretty large nerf. So today I'm going to show you guys a few builds in my test drive and just show you that in fact these weapons do currently have 100% penetration ability currently, and with the future changes it will drastically reduce their potential damage. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so to start this one off, we have the Jormungandr, which is getting added 60% penetration ability. Now, when I first saw that, I was like, added 80% penetration ability. Now, when I first seen that, I was like, oh my god, Jormungandr is going to slap so hard getting additional penetration, because added, meaning added, but it has 100% penetration right now. So 160 damage we do per shot on the globe there. So we're just going to go over here to this build that I put 3 of these container walls stacked. Now, they have 68 durability each. They do have a 10% bullet damage reduction, so that 160 bullet damage that we did over there on the globe is going to go down to like 142 or 140. It should go down to 144, but I think the bullet resistance continues. Now, if the Jormungandr did not have any penetration, which was, to my understanding, before I've been awakened, it would just stop at the first piece of armor and it won't go through any of the other pieces. If it does have penetration, you'll see the full damage being inflicted. So one shot, boom, it takes off 2 pieces. Now, because there was that 10% bullet reduction resistance modifier there, it only did 142, but you can see here on the main server, the Jormungandr currently has 100% added penetration. So with it getting 80% added penetration, well, that is in fact going to be a nerf on the Jormungandr. So for this next test, I went ahead and threw a Nothung machine gun on the build here. Now, that's going to get an added 80% penetration ability, so not quite as bad as some of the other quote-unquote nerfs out there. Now, we added a hull part on there that has 12 durability. There's no bullet resistance, so the weapon should only do 12 damage if it didn't have any penetration, or it'll do maximum damage. Now, if we go to this globe, test out the max damage of our Nothung here with 1 shot, we do 14 damage. So 14 should go through the first piece and then do 2 damage to the next piece, since the hull part only has 12 durability. So we should see maximum damage inflicted there, because this weapon does actually have full penetration. Actually 13? Did I miss something? What in the 13? I wonder why it only does 13. So it goes through the hull part and does 1 extra damage. That's kind of interesting. Why does it only do 13 damage? That is so odd, but it does go right through the first piece and damage the next piece there, just like so. Now, I wonder if it'll go through and do damage to the cabin. 1, 2. This next shot should do some cab damage. And there we went through the piece of armor and actually did cab damage. So in fact, weapons currently do have all these weapons that I thought didn't have any penetration, because I'm a noob sometimes, they do actually have penetration. This also goes for things like the goblins, the gremlins. Let's check those out. Alright, so we threw a Gremlin on our test build so we can show you guys the current Gremlin penetration. Now, I plan on testing this out on the test server this coming weekend. There's another round, so definitely check it out live on Twitch and YouTube there. The Gremlin does 25 damage a hit, it looks like, for consistency. Yet 25 damage per hit. So this should actually go through 2 of the panels and then do a little bit of damage to the third one, and then the second shot should actually go through the third panel and do direct cab damage. So right there, it does 25 damage going through the 2 panels, and let's see if we can do another one. Boom, going through that last panel. So as you see, the Gremlin currently has 100% penetration. So this actually is a pretty huge nerf, more of a nerf than I thought. Imps, you know, are going to get added 60% penetration, so what I thought was going to be a really good update for imps, it's a little bit of a nerf, you know. It's a slight nerf. As we can see, I'm going to use imps for time to overheat. Let's see what one imp shot does. 8 damage, so it'll take us roughly 2 shots, but that second shot should pierce through the panel because currently imps have 100% penetration, and they're going to be nerfed down to 60% penetration ability. You go 8, because it pierced through. 16, boom. So yeah, guys, it is a bit more of a nerf than I thought. Machine guns are definitely getting shafted a bit. We're gonna see what they're gonna do on the test server for the second weekend. We can leave our feedback on Reddit, all that good stuff. Join the Discord. You can talk about it there with our community. I appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.